Imagine a company so vast, so influential, it could sway entire economies. A company with its fingers in so many pies, its actions ripple across the globe. This isn't the plot of a financial thriller. This is the reality of BlackRock. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, manages trillions of dollars. That's more money than most countries see in a decade. But with great financial power comes great scrutiny, and BlackRock has found itself at the center of numerous conspiracy theories. Some believe BlackRock is a puppet master, controlling governments and markets for its own gain. Others see it as a symptom of a larger problem, the unchecked power of corporations in the 21st century. But before we dive into the conspiracies, let's understand what BlackRock is and how it became the behemoth it is today. BlackRock's story began in 1988, founded by Larry Fink and a group of Wall Street veterans. Their goal was simple: provide institutional investors with top-notch risk management and investment strategies. Their timing was impeccable. The financial world was becoming increasingly complex, and BlackRock's expertise was in high demand. The company grew rapidly, acquiring rivals and expanding its reach. One of BlackRock's key acquisitions was Merrill Lynch Investment Managers in 2006. This move gave BlackRock control of a massive portfolio of exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, catapulting them to the forefront of the ETF market. Then came the 2008 financial crisis. Amidst the chaos, BlackRock emerged as a trusted advisor to governments and financial institutions. This cemented their reputation as a financial powerhouse, but it also raised eyebrows. How did one company gain so much influence? Part of BlackRock's success can be attributed to Aladdin, their sophisticated risk management platform. Aladdin isn't just any software, it's used by some of the world's largest investors and even central banks. Think of Aladdin as a giant financial brain. It analyzes mountains of data, identifies risks, and recommends investment strategies. This gives BlackRock a significant edge in the market, but it also raises concerns. Critics argue that Aladdin gives BlackRock too much power. They worry that Aladdin's algorithms could be used to manipulate markets, or that BlackRock could use its access to Aladdin's data for its own benefit. BlackRock, of course, denies these claims. They argue that Aladdin is simply a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or evil. But the mere existence of such a powerful platform is enough to make some people uneasy. As BlackRock's assets grew, so did its influence. Today, BlackRock is a major shareholder in countless corporations, including Apple, Microsoft, and ExxonMobil. This concentration of ownership has led to accusations that BlackRock, along with other asset managers like Vanguard and State Street, wield too much power. Critics argue that this big three of asset managers are essentially voting on behalf of millions of shareholders, giving them an outsized influence over corporate decisions. They worry that this could lead to a lack of competition and innovation as companies prioritize the interests of their largest shareholders over everything else. Furthermore, BlackRock's involvement in managing US Federal Reserve assets during the 2008 financial crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic has fueled suspicions. Some believe this gave BlackRock undue influence over government policy, allowing them to shape economic recovery programs to their advantage. BlackRock maintains that its role is simply to provide expert advice, and that it does not dictate government policy. But the optics are undeniable. When a single company has the ear of policymakers and trillions of dollars at its disposal, it's hard not to question its influence. Section 5. The Puppet Masters. Now let's delve into some of the more outlandish conspiracy theories surrounding BlackRock. Some believe BlackRock is secretly controlling the world, pulling the strings of governments and manipulating markets to enrich itself. They point to BlackRock's investments in various industries, from housing to healthcare, as evidence of a grand plan to control every aspect of our lives. They see BlackRock's push for environmental, social and governance, or ESG, investing as a way to impose a globalist agenda. These theories often lack evidence and rely on connecting disparate dots to create a narrative of shadowy control. While it's healthy to be skeptical of concentrated power, it's important to separate speculation from reality. Attributing every global event to BlackRock's machinations ignores the complexities of geopolitics and economics. It's far more likely that BlackRock, like any corporation, acts in its own self-interest, seeking to maximize profits within the existing system. Section 6. BlackRock's rebuttal. BlackRock, for its part, vehemently denies any wrongdoing. They argue that they are simply fulfilling their fiduciary duty to their clients, which includes investing their money responsibly and maximizing returns. They point out that they are a publicly traded company, accountable to shareholders and subject to regulatory oversight. They emphasize that their investment decisions are based on rigorous research and analysis, not some nefarious agenda. BlackRock also argues that its size and scale allow it to advocate for positive change, such as pushing for greater corporate transparency and sustainability. They believe that by engaging with companies and policymakers, they can help create a more equitable and sustainable future. Whether you buy BlackRock's explanations or not, it's important to consider their perspective. They are a company operating within a system that incentivizes profit maximization and shareholder value. To understand BlackRock's actions, we need to understand the system in which they operate. Section 7. Memes, media and misinformation. BlackRock's immense size and influence have made it a target of online conspiracy theorists and meme makers. On social media, BlackRock is often portrayed as an evil corporation hell-bent on world domination. While some of these memes are humorous, they can also contribute to the spread of misinformation. When people get their news from memes and social media posts, it's easy for nuanced discussions to devolve into simplistic narratives of good versus evil. The media also plays a role in shaping public perception of BlackRock. News outlets often focus on the company's size and influence, sometimes sensationalizing their role in financial markets. This can create an image of BlackRock as a shadowy force, even when their actions are perfectly legal and commonplace in the financial industry. It's important to consume information about BlackRock from a variety of sources, including reputable news outlets, financial analysts, and BlackRock's own publications. By getting a well-rounded perspective, we can better understand the company's role in the global economy. Section 8. Separating fact from fiction. So what's the truth about BlackRock? Are they evil masterminds controlling the world, or are they simply a successful company operating within a flawed system? The truth, as always, is likely somewhere in between. BlackRock undoubtedly wields significant influence, and their actions have real-world consequences. Their size and ownership stake in numerous companies give them a level of power that is concerning to some. However, there's no evidence to suggest that BlackRock is engaged in any illegal or unethical activities. They are a for-profit company, beholden to their shareholders and operating within the bounds of the law. The real issue isn't necessarily BlackRock itself, but the system that allows such concentrated power to exist. The concentration of wealth and influence in the hands of a few asset managers is a legitimate concern, regardless of whether those managers are benevolent or malicious. Section 9. The power of awareness. Ultimately, the best way to address concerns about BlackRock is through awareness and engagement. We need to understand how asset managers like BlackRock operate, how they influence the economy, and what role they play in our lives. We need to demand greater transparency from financial institutions and hold them accountable for their actions. We need to support policies that promote competition, prevent conflicts of interest, and ensure that the financial system serves the needs of everyone, not just a select few. The story of BlackRock is a reminder that knowledge is power. By educating ourselves about the forces that shape our world, we can make informed decisions and advocate for a more just and equitable future. So, the next time you see a meme about BlackRock controlling the world, take it with a grain of salt, but don't dismiss the underlying concerns entirely. Instead, use it as an opportunity to learn more about the financial system and how we can create a more democratic and accountable economy.